Welcome to episode 2 of IGN Breakdown Kingdom Hearts. My name is Jonathan Dornbush, IGN's resident Kingdom Hearts fan and expert. Hopefully you too will be an expert by the end of this, because on this episode we are diving into all of the characters of Kingdom Hearts, including the villains, the heroes, and why all these Disney characters are mixed up in the series with giant keyblades for some reason. No, get that out of here. Stop it. Stop. Anyway, of course, if you haven't watched episode 1 of IGN Breakdown Kingdom Hearts, be sure to check that out as we give you a full breakdown of the entire story so far. Now, there are a lot of major players in the Kingdom Hearts series to keep track of, but essentially you can boil them down to the sides of good and evil. Pretty easy story, right? So the side of evil is what I want to focus on first. Organization 13, those are essentially the evil conglomerate trying to harness the power of Kingdom Hearts. Why are they doing that? Well, originally it's because they wanted their bodies back. You see, the people in Organization 13 are not exactly people at that time. When a particularly strong heart dies and, goes to wherever it goes, Kingdom Hearts, it becomes both a Heartless and a nobody. The Heartless are the enemies you've been fighting since the first game in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. They're essentially like, evil Pokemon of the Kingdom Hearts world. They're cool, they're evil, but they're trying to destroy you as a Keyblade wielder. But also nobodies, you can fight some more pedestrian-style nobodies, but a lot of them are the members of Organization 13. They are human-like, they have consciousness, and they know they are not their full selves. And so obviously they long to be their full selves, they just go about it in somewhat nefarious purposes. Leading all of this behind the strings is Xemnas in Kingdom Hearts 2, but Xemnas himself is also a nobody. He is the nobody of Xehanort, the main sort of big bad of this entire franchise. We introduced him in the story recap in the last episode, and what you need to know about Xehanort is that his main goal going to Kingdom Hearts 3 is to assemble all of his selves from throughout time. Now that includes Ansem, who was his evil Heartless version in Kingdom Hearts 1, Xemnas, his evil version in Kingdom Hearts 2, who was a nobody, and several other forms of Xehanort and his cohorts. He's essentially trying to gather this evil, unstoppable force, these 13 Seekers of Darkness, to harness the power of Kingdom Hearts and take it all for themselves, largely to restore themselves and to take over the world. Pretty nefarious, right? Well, that's why it's up to 7 Guardians of Light to defeat them. Now, the 7 Guardians of Light are intended to be Keyblade wielders of pure heart, aiming to stop these forces of evil. Obviously, you would think people like Sora would be pretty good candidates for these Guardians of Light. We don't know all 7 Guardians of Light going into Kingdom Hearts 3, but what we do know is that they are essentially made up of the Keyblade wielders we've seen from throughout the series. So people like Mickey, people like Riku, people hopefully like Kairi as well. These characters really mean a lot in terms of the good side of it. Why the Disney characters are involved, we'll get to that in a little bit. But what you should know about the good guys is that Sora and Riku, they've been part of this since the beginning. They've been there since Kingdom Hearts 1, while Terra, Aqua, and Ven, some other Keyblade wielders, have been in there since about Birth by Sleep. Now, Terra's body has been taken over by Xehanort in one of his forms. That's not going too well for him. Ven is locked far away in hopefully a secret place, though Xehanort is trying to capture him as well. And Aqua, as we learned in some of the story recap, she is trapped in the realm of darkness. Hopefully she could be okay, but there's a lot going on with her story as well as Kairi's story, and so we wanted to give you a breakdown of why they are so important to the series.
This segment is brought to you by Alita Battle Angel, in theaters February 14th. Kingdom Hearts 3 will have a lot of major players, from Sora to Mickey to the big bad Xehanort and his many forms. But going into the long-awaited sequel, 2 of the biggest question marks for their potential involvement are 2 of Kingdom Hearts' most pivotal characters, Aqua and Kairi. Aqua first debuted properly in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, the PSP prequel first released in 2010.
Give me a break, Aqua.
Introduced as one of 3 Keyblade wielders alongside Ven and Terra, training under Master Ericus. She's the first of those 3 to officially be named a Keyblade Master. Aqua both takes on and is given quite a bit of responsibility. She looks after Ven like an older sister, and Ericus asks her to help keep Terra safe from the darkness within his own heart.
The darkness? Where did it come from?
Aqua's sense of responsibility is tested when, toward the end of their adventure, Ven asks Aqua and Terra to put an end to him should Xehanort try to use him for his evil plan of creating an ultimate weapon. Aqua saves Ven in the midst of a battle and later hides him, but she can't stop Xehanort from shifting his soul into Terra's body. Aqua, forever wanting to protect her friends, chases Terra Xehanort into the realm of darkness, where she spends about a decade in the outside world. Aqua endeavors to help others who find their way into the realm of darkness, including Mickey, on a quest that overlapped with the original Kingdom Hearts. But our early looks at Kingdom Hearts 3 suggest her time there has not gone without issue. Whatever the case may be, Kingdom Hearts 3 will surely let us know, just as it will let us see the fate of Kairi. Her and Aqua's fates are actually intertwined, as a spell cast on Kairi by Aqua saved her and transported her to the Destiny Islands. She grows up and becomes close friends with Sora and Riku, but disappears when the Destiny Islands are swallowed by darkness. Unbeknownst to Sora, her heart rests inside him while she's been taken by a group of Disney villains capturing Princesses of Heart, which Kairi is, to harness the power of Kingdom Hearts. That plan goes awry when Sora frees Kairi and the other princesses, and in a nice full circle moment, she helps Sora find his way back to his body after he sacrifices himself to save her. While Kyrie mostly sat out the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, save for importantly reuniting Sora and Riku in the sequel, she does finally receive her own Keyblade at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, and has seemingly been enlisted in the fight against darkness. And recent looks at Kingdom Hearts 3 certainly indicate Kyrie will be part of the action, especially as she's been training with Lee, who was formerly the nobody Axel, in the ways of the Keyblade to prepare her for the battle to come.
So hopefully that gives you an idea of why Sora, Riku, Kairi, Aqua, Mickey, all these characters are trying to take on Xehanort and his evil cohorts. Now, in addition to all of them, there are also all these Disney characters floating around, and not just Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. You'll see Sora traveling to a lot of different Disney-inspired worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3, as he has in so many of the games before this. So why is he going to all these worlds? Well, essentially, the Kingdom Hearts universe is made up of all these segmented Disney worlds that don't really interact with each other, but essentially encapsulate one single Disney franchise. Sora is going to each of them on his quest to regain his powers in Kingdom Hearts 3. He's had other reasons to journey to some of them before, but a lot of the worlds you're going to explore in Kingdom Hearts 3 are brand new. A couple of the rare exceptions are Mount Olympus. We've been to Hercules' world before, we've been to the Olympus Coliseum, as well as to the underworld of Hercules' world, but we haven't really been to the top of Mount Olympus yet. We're going to get to see that, we're going to get to take on some titans in that world. It's going to be a pretty exciting new step in that journey. In addition to that, Winnie the Pooh returns. Now, Winnie the Pooh has been an interesting inclusion in all the Kingdom Hearts games, and Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 is essentially a storybook about Winnie the Pooh that Sora, Donald, and Goofy get transported into. And while there, you're essentially helping out Winnie and his friends, take care of some mundane tasks, maybe rescue them from some storms. It's pretty low-key, it's pretty calming and relaxing, so if you need a break from all the madness of the series, they're a pretty good world to visit. But in addition to that, there are a lot of other new worlds or twists on pretty familiar worlds. One of those twists, like the Olympus world, is the Pirates of the Caribbean world. Now, we've been to Port Royal before, but the Caribbean in Kingdom Hearts 3 is this open sea that you'll get to explore. Sora will get to actually captain his own ship, and you'll get to take it from island to island, not just exploring those for treasure, but you'll be able to swim underwater. Don't worry about breathing, you're fine, it's not limited. You'll be able to explore the ocean depths. You'll also be able to explore the sky, thanks to the help of some of the Heartless in the world. It's actually a really unique open world, and I'm excited to see how that one unfolds. But so Frozen's Arendelle is one of the brand new worlds to not just Kingdom Hearts 3, but the franchise as a whole. In this world, you'll essentially see a retelling of the Frozen movies plot, so Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and Marshmallow, all of them will be in the story as well. But in addition to fighting alongside those characters that you love and probably taking part in a Let It Go musical number, I hope, you'll also be able to engage in some downhill sledding on Goofy's shield. This is the big gameplay hook of Arendelle, so essentially you'll be the closest thing you'll ever get to a Kingdom Hearts esport as you're collecting treasure, avoiding giant Heartless coming to attack you, and exploring the hills of Arendelle. In this world, you'll also be able to take place in some high score runs of those hills, but that's the main hook of Arendelle. In addition to that, you'll be able to explore some Pixar worlds for the first time. The Toy Story world is a pretty cool one where Sora, Donald, and Goofy will become toy-sized, interact with Woody and a few of the others that you're familiar with. This is a story that is totally original to the Kingdom Hearts storyline. It is a brand new story, not taking place within one of the established Toy Story movies itself, but rather in between them. In the Toy Story world, you'll be exploring a giant toy store, and in there, Sora will get to pilot these giant Giga Mechs. They're still toys, but they all have different gameplay hooks to them, so they're all first-person gameplay, and you'll be able to shoot lasers at each other, you'll be able to rush into enemies and attack them, and have a bit larger scale battle than you would normally on the floor of this toy store. The Monsters, Inc. world is also brand new to Kingdom Hearts and only the second Pixar film to be involved in the Kingdom Hearts franchise as a whole. You'll get to essentially explore the entire giant monster factory. It's a pretty cavernous space. We don't know too much about it, but you'll be able to ride the rails where all of the doors going to different worlds are, so maybe you'll be able to pop into one or two of those, but you'll be fighting alongside Mike and Sully in a pretty cool adventure there as well. Tangled World will also essentially follow the story of the original Disney movie Tangled, so Rapunzel and Flynn Rider will be along with you. In this world, one of the bigger hooks that we're seeing is actually the densely populated city in the Kingdom of Corona that gives you an idea of how they've evolved the Kingdom Hearts world. So you'll see a lot of people walking around the marketplace, you'll see scenes almost shot for shot as they were in the movie. It's a pretty impressive larger scale thing that we're not used to seeing in Kingdom Hearts games so far. In the Big Hero 6 world, you'll be able to explore the streets of San Francisco, which is pretty exciting as a huge fan of that original movie. The story in Kingdom Hearts 3 San Francisco actually takes place after the Big Hero 6 movie, so you'll be fighting along the already established team. And that's a good thing because you'll be taking on an evil Baymax. But in addition to that, you'll be able to soar through the streets with Baymax himself and also take part in these sort of AR games as you compete for high score points on the streets of San Francisco. It's pretty interesting and I'm excited to see that world fully come to life because it is so beautiful. That should give you a little bit of a better sense of why all these Disney worlds are in Kingdom Hearts 3. Of course, Sora's journey through all these worlds is to regain his powers after he lost them with a little bit of a dark temptation. Hopefully he can regain them back as he explores these worlds, but alongside him will be Maleficent, who is also popping in and out of all these Disney worlds. Why exactly she's there, we don't know, but you'll probably find all of that out as you play through Kingdom Hearts 3's story. Thank you so much for watching IGN break down Kingdom Hearts. Hopefully this has given you a sense of everything you basically need to know to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I hope you enjoy the game as much as I will, and as always, may your heart be your guiding key.